met you, you were actually coming out of a private wealth kind of setting. And I found your insights in terms of private wealth management quite great. What do you wish Black people knew, particularly women, from what you saw in that private wealth environment?
A lot of high net worth clients, they live as if they are in technical recession.
Interesting. Carry on.
So they live on very little. They are very calculative around their expenses. They'll have things that they really like and that they will spend their monies on. Most of the time, whatever they've spent their monies on, it gives them a return on investment. It's
an asset. It's a real actual asset. And I think
that's
something that we fail to understand, that an asset is something that gives you a return. If it doesn't give you a return, it's not an asset.
Exactly. So they still like Richmond and they like all those luxury brands. The only difference with them and us is, one, they can afford it. Two, they recycle it. So they are able to actually go back to Khatia and return the watch.
And return the watch.
Yes, and return the watch for the most recent one. And those things you will never know unless you are buying a 150,000 Rand watch or a 2 million Rand watch, that actually you can return your watch for a new watch at a store. We don't know those things. So and that means the previous watch was not necessary, and sometimes the valuation has gone up on the previous piece for whatever reason. So they are very calculative around things that they like. They put themselves on technical recession, so they don't spend on, they are not excessive spenders. They always want to see how their money works for them and not the other way around. They are very much calculative around fees, those small things that we don't pay attention to, like what is this 3 Rand 40 cent for? And you're thinking, you have a 27 million Rand balance, why are we paying attention to 3 Rand? But the 3 Rand adds up. So they pay attention to the little things. And to the little monies. They never take any cent for granted. Like, so to them, if you say like it's 200 Rand, they'll be like, oh, it's expensive. What is it for? Whereas we're very shy. When somebody says to you, this is the price, we just think like, oh, I have to take this price. This sounds reasonable.
What will they think about me if I don't take it? You know, which is actually,
they taught me a lot. You can negotiate any price, and if they are negotiating a price and they have so much, we have so much to learn when we have little around negotiating a price. A lot of these well-off families, what they're doing now as well is they're exposing the kids very early on into the business. They're exposing the kids into the dealings of their operations, creating interest, assigning responsibility and accountability. The child feels they've earned it, and they have worked towards it. So that element of entitlement is slowly being removed because they realize that actually it's not serving the best interest of the beneficiary, the receiving the funds. So more and more you're gonna see, I'm hoping we also start doing that as Black women and Black families, where we don't just sit me and you like this, but we bring in our daughters and our sons and say, this is what I've been doing. What do you think about it? How can you improve it? Help me. And, you know, it's coming from a point of getting the child involved, almost seeking advice from them to get them interested in the topic. than like, this is what you need to learn, this is what you need to know about this business. They already have their own ideas around what would be interesting. And it's always nice to hear a different view, whether you're going to use it or not. You know, it's like, oh, interesting how you think. I think I will explore it, or I think it's very different to what I'm doing now, but I like the idea. That encourages the child to be more interested and to say more and participate and open up to learning more about the family business.